Hola videojuegosos y bienvenidos a venir a Coolies Gamers. Nosotros jugamos Assassin's Creed Origins Puerto 78 using all of my Spanish education there, and really it doesn't say much because I don't think I said any of that correctly. Did you guys hear about that war criminal this week that got a count of genocide? What can be more epic than that? Like, not that he was a genocidal person, but that a tribunal was able to charge him with one count of genocide. That is so cool. Like, that is such a, like, epic thing to charge them with. Like, you couldn't be more fucked than when you get charged with one count of genocide. Like, you're done. Vladoff the Butcher, whatever your name is, you're done. Charles Manson, you're done. That one pop music idol guy that was pretty nice and handsome, you're done, but I'm not rejoicing in it. I don't lump you in with the other two. It sucks that you had to die, bro. If I could have Charles Manson come back and then die again just so you could live, I would totally do it. You could come back and be like, the fires of hell are real, please don't send me back there, and we'd be like, nope, nope, you're going back. Because we like our pop stars. You know that Charles Manson was able to get hearings for parole every 10 years or whatever? I don't know how. I mean, I guess it's because he was charged back in the 60s or the 70s or whatever, but how the hell do you not get life without the possibility of parole for doing that shit? Like, obviously it was a foregone conclusion he was never going to make parole, but still, the fact that they would entertain such a hearing every decade or so, it's just absurd. So it's as absurd as people saying that this game is like a 9 out of 10. Although maybe not as absurd as people saying that this game is a 10 out of 10, or that it's a nominee for the Action-Adventure Game of the Year. And those absurdities are very real. First of all, I don't even think calling it an action-adventure is very accurate. It's like some half-baked mishmash of action-adventure and RPG and stealth. Second of all, it's a mess. It's a hot mess.
This plain-looking artifact must have some hidden value if it was stored among such treasures. Time to find Merkes.
Oh god, I was on Facebook earlier, people were talking about this game and they're like, oh, it's so good! I've been playing for 120 hours and I still haven't touched most of the main storyline. Jesus Christ, there are people who have been doing the same cookie-cutter side quests for like over 100 hours in this game. I think that's astonishing. That says a lot about modern standards. I mean, I think probably the majority of those people giving positive comments on the thread were bots or paid. This was like overwhelming support of the game. when it doesn't even have a Metacritic that reflects that highly of it. But for those who are being sincere, I mean, come on, man. Like, let me guide you to better games, to greener pastures. Like, I could sink 200 hours in Persona 5, and that game is not even, like, very adrenaline pumping. Doesn't even really have a lot of action. I would be sinking that many hours just getting better at, like, swinging in the batting cages and doing little cutesy side quests to get better at certain proficiencies, like crafting tools and, you know, reading comprehension and always giving the right answer in class. Like, I love that shit. Making good coffee. Banging the weird black market doctor who lives on your street. And the dungeons are like non-randomized now, so they're actually really fun. Oh man, I love that game. That game is so much better than this game. I'm just glad that this game isn't nominated for Game of the Year. Like, that's a small grace. I mean, PUBG is nominated, that's another thing entirely, but at least Persona 5 is nominated for Game of the Year, and this game isn't.
I've retrieved the other two artifacts.
Aha! This confirms my theory. By Ra, that's it. The artifacts form.
But still, this game stands up to some, again, like, in the ranks of something of the likes of
There's
Uncharted
no way
4,
to connect
and
them.
I think that's absurd.
But there's a passage in the Egyptiaca.
I haven't
that
even
says
played Uncharted
the
4,
path
and I
is
know that
clear
that's
atop
ridiculous.
the shining
Because
tip,
all I have to know
and
is that
the
I've played this
inscriptions on
game.
This artifact must mean the Pyramidion on top of Sneferu's tomb, the shining pyramid. I'm sure the key to the mystery is up there.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you just run up and take a look?
What are we looking for at the
I
end
like
of
how
this?
they didn't even try to make a joke out of that. Like, Bayek wasn't gonna
The ages.
say
We
something
will
like,
be
"Oh yeah, I'll
here
just
when we
climb that
recover
pyramid
them
for
and
you."
bring them out into the light
No
of
problem,
day.
old man.
Hey,
No,
I'm
Bayek's
no
just
brave
like
back.
so confident.
No.
He doesn't
Of
even
course
say
not.
anything.
I
It's just like,
promise
yeah, of course,
this
I'm
will
gonna
not
climb the pyramid.
disturb
Duh.
anyone's rest in the field
I'm
of
an
dreams.
expert parkour artist. They taught me that
I'll
in
climb
Magi
up and see
school.
what I can find.
They taught me how to climb virtually anything in Magi school. I don't know what the training was for, really. I hardly ever use it in actual combat, but still, I can do it. Like, if you guys have ever seen, what's it called, American Ninja Warrior, where people are doing those hardcore obstacle courses, and after doing like 3 or 4 different sections of the routine, they're completely exhausted. Like, their arms are already sore, they're already breathing hard, they're already slowing down. Yeah, that shit's real.
At the top of the tomb of
Climbing
Sneferu,
this pyramid,
there are strange slots here.
no way.
Maybe if I...
First of all, handholds, that's not happening.
These three
You're gonna slip,
artifacts
fall, and
fit
die.
perfectly into the slots of the capstone. It is a
And
diagram.
then, they're not
Here
good,
at the shining
very
pyramid,
good handholds. They're
it
not
seems to
designed
indicate
to be
those ruins out
handholds.
east. That's where we will find the
I know
vault.
it's autistic nitpicking, but, you know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they should make the climbing in these games more realistic. Like, you have to do, every now and then you have to do little QTEs to get your stamina back. You have to take breaks. You have to, like, press the button in a rhythm game pattern so that you get a good handhold.
Did you find anything?
Get a good
Quite
grip.
review.
Get a grip.
The markers fit into place upon the capstone and create a complete diagram.
They just took those markers out of the
You are
Pyramidion.
remarkable. And does it explain the riddle in the histories about where to find the vault?
I suspect it meant something to the east of us. I could make out what looks like a ruined temple now.
Follow me. I'll get us there.
Do not rush into trouble again.
This guy has the voice of
At my side.
like an 80-year-old man who's very distinguished. And he's this
How did you
hunched
cross paths with the
over,
bandits, Ali?
like, 35-year-old, so... That's how people aged back in
I
ancient Egypt.
enlisted their help to find the missing
Unless you're fit as fuck,
What?
like our boy
You mean you
Bat.
hired them?
Well, their leader, Velosh, claimed he knew the desert better than anyone. I didn't think they would turn on me. I didn't know they were those kind of bandits.
There are no other kinds of bandits. They all pillage and kill for coin.
Yes, they seemed rather intent on both, having stolen one artifact from me and then trying to kill me for the other.
Aye, you are a hazard to yourself.
I've been told that before.
This character's alright, I guess. He's decent. He's a little side character, a little stock side character,
The
but
entrance will be hidden, of course.
mildly interesting fellow. With his weird Egyptian David Attenborough voice.
Seems soft here.
The
Let's
pyramids
see.
of ancient Egypt were the old
I
hunting
wonder what
grounds
you'll
of the bandits of Belos. And when I was working there at the time, in my natural habitat of a philosopher and archaeologist, I often had run-ins with those fellows. Observe the bandit in his natural habitat. He does not have a name. He has a copy-pasted face like all the others. And he yells stock phrases in a strange language I've never heard before in my entire life, except for when I speak it right now.
This way. You first. We are the first to set foot in more than 2,000 years.
Shit, those things always catch me off guard. Mama and Papa King Cobra there. A wild Ekans appears. Or is it Arbok? Yeah, it's Arbok. Arbok's the Cobra. Arbok backwards is Cobra. Ekans backwards is Snake. The more you know. The more you know. Oh, look, it's a replacement Pyramidion for the one that's missing 3 chunks from it.
And the origin of
Not a very good find, really. I'm not that. It's not that interesting.
Oh my, by Ra, all that is divine beauty. Do
What?
your eyes see what mine see?
Yeah, I see a
been
Pyramidion.
perfectly
It
preserved.
doesn't mean anything to me.
Untouched since Neferu's reign.
I should just start burning all the scrolls right now. They don't let me do chaotic evil shit like that. Oh, they kept a foldable, it's like a collapsible fan axe in that chest. Because how the hell did it fit in that chest? Where they could close and lock it. The thing that you put the lock through on a chest or a certain kind of door is called a hasp. The more you know. An asp is a kind of poisonous snake. Snake on a shield. Just fill in the air, people. Just you know, you gotta talk. You gotta keep talking. You can never stop talking if you're gonna
Is this it?
choose this kind of life for yourself.
It is mostly filled with old scrolls. Not much gold.
Such treasure. Look at all this history. Kition and Heraclides will be in awe. I'll be famous. We'll be famous.
Glad I could help.
You're welcome.
Once I've cataloged what we've discovered,
Give me some
I'll
gold.
grant it back to the
Or
library
your
of
life.
Alexandria, so it can be studied and preserved.
See you next time, geese, guys, geese.